the corner. He's thinking.
Gosh, we're all here.
You good, Kelly?
Yeah.
He's all right. All right, I will call to order the November 1st special board meeting of the Elkhart Community Schools. Guess I got to rise. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everybody. What is first up on the agenda? Well, is there anybody? Invitation to speak protocol. I think we're all very accustomed to it, those in the audience. So I probably do not have to go over it tonight unless anybody has an immediate question.
There's one little short one out there about that height. Probably hadn't heard of it before.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to hear anything.
Yeah. Maybe we don't want to hear from him.
Oh, there we
It'll
go.
involve fire trucks.
Jake's doing good over there.
Okay. Dora, do we have any public comment? No. Then we'll move right on to new business. Tentative agreement. Mr. Thorne.
Thank you. Good afternoon, President Scott, members of the Board of School Trustees, and Dr. Huff. In order to be in compliance with Indiana Code 2029-619, a school employer must conduct a public meeting to discuss a tentative collective bargaining agreement at least 72 hours before it is ratified by the school employer. This meeting has been scheduled today for that express purpose. School districts are not authorized to engage in formal bargaining prior to September the 15th. Representatives of the administration commenced bargaining with representatives of the Elkhart Teachers Association on September the 19th. Prior to that date, a hearing took place pursuant to 2029-61 on September 5th for the purpose of taking public testimony regarding the topics of bargaining. On October 15th, representatives of the ETA and the administration on behalf of the district reached a tentative agreement. This tentative agreement was ratified by members of the ETA during the week of October 21st. And I'd like to take a few moments to highlight for you some of the notable changes contained in the tentative agreement. One of those changes is in Article 3D3, which is maternity leave language. This is probably an area where Elkhart Community Schools is leading other districts in the area in terms of looking at ways to develop benefits that will attract employees. As you might recall, during a prior agreement, we agreed to provide paid maternity leave for a period of up to 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and we are extending that to 6 weeks for vaginal delivery and 8 weeks for cesarean. Before we implemented this change, it was evaluated by the business office, and a determination was made that the actual cost in terms of regular expenditures for this will be sustainable over time. As I noted, the expansion of this benefit should help to differentiate Elkhart Community Schools from other school district employers in the area when they compare offerings from Elkhart as opposed to other districts. In the area of health insurance, the proposed tentative agreement provides for additional financial contribution for the school corporation to health and dental premiums. This additional contribution will result in further reductions to premium equivalents paid by the district's employees without any increase in deductibles. Employees, effective January this year, will be seeing annual savings ranging from $72.24 for somebody with single coverage to an employee with family coverage of $343.68. We've also made some improvements to our retirement benefits. Effective January 1, we will increase by 0.5% the amount of contribution the school corporation will give to teachers and to their VEBA plan. This again will be an opportunity for us to maintain and actually improve our competitiveness with surrounding districts in that particular area. In fact, it will help us to get back to what we agreed to back in 2006 in terms of our employer contribution to the VEBA plan that we're still far behind what was originally negotiated back in 2006. We've made some changes to the attendance incentive to, in essence, make the attendance incentive work on a semester basis rather than a calendar year basis. This really provides an opportunity, I think, for more employees to have access to that incentive, because you could have an event in the fall semester that precludes you from obtaining that incentive, but it doesn't eliminate your ability to obtain it during the second semester. And in other words, you get a fresh start from that standpoint. And we think the fact that it's closer in time in terms of receipt of that attendance incentive may also serve as a greater incentive for people to continue to stay with us and stay on board. In the area of salary, we will be increasing the starting salary for a teacher with a bachelor's degree and no prior experience to $46,000. Under the terms of the proposed compensation plan contained in the tentative agreement, a teacher who has been rated highly effective or effective will be eligible for a $2,000 increase to their base salary. And for teachers who obtained in the prior 12 months content area master's degrees, would be eligible to move across the schedule. And in other words, they'd be eligible for a base increase, including their, obviously based upon their evaluations as well, of $3,000 total, not 2,000 plus 3,000, just a total of 3,000. Finally, we've made some improvements to the retention stipend, increasing that to $1,000. We also revised the language to make it a true retention stipend. In other words, you would have had to work for Elkhart Community Schools last year in order to be eligible for it this year. So it's really an intent to encourage folks to stay with the district and to provide a long-term commitment to the school corporation. Finally, we have made some changes to the added pay schedule. We've been able to increase moderately the base salary that's used for the calculation of added pay rates to $33,000. We've also added 3 new positions to the schedule. The first would be an added pay rate, an hourly rate, when teachers stay after to provide translation services to our Spanish-speaking population or other populations that they might be able to provide those translation services to at the rate of $25 an hour. We've also added girls wrestling and boys volleyball at the high school. I'd be happy to let you know that we are intent upon seeking your approval of the agreement during your November the 12th meeting, and I'd be happy to discuss with you any of the changes outlined above or in the memo sent to you earlier this week.
Questions or discussion from the board? Thank you, Mr. Thorne.
You.
All right, that was the only thing that we had under new business, and we have no old business. So at this time, I will adjourn.